She's just a generational player, and she just makes everybody around her better. That's what the great ones do.
Kim Mulkey, Angel Reese's LSU head coach, just dropped a bombshell about Caitlin Clark. She called her a generational player who makes everybody around her better. But wait, there's more. Mulkey's not just talking about Clark's scoring. She's talking about something way bigger. What could it be that's got even a rival coach singing Clark's praises? Let's talk about how crazy this is. A rival coach praising her opponent. That's rarer than a rookie achieving a triple-double. Oh wait, Caitlin Clark just did that. Twice, I guess doing rare things is just Caitlin's MO. Mulkey's words carry weight. She's not just any coach, she's a fierce competitor. So when she says Clark is special, you know it's true.
You gotta guard her. Nobody else seems to be able to guard her.
Here's the thing, what does Mulkey see in Clark that we might be missing? Sure, Clark can score, but Mulkey's hinting at something more. Is it her court vision, her leadership, her ability to make clutch plays? Whatever it is, it's got Mulkey impressed and the whole basketball world shook. In this video, we'll talk about how Mulkey's words are coming true right before our very eyes, and how it's making an impact not just on the Indiana Fever but throughout the league. Before we dive in, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, so we can bring more basketball content to viewers like you. The playoffs are coming, and Indiana is giving the league a fever. And it's coming in hot. Are you ready? Let's go.
Caitlin Clark's not gonna beat you by herself. It's what she does to make those other teammates better that helps her score points and them score points to beat you.
Remember when rookies were supposed to take time to adjust to the pro game? Clark didn't get that memo. She's not just playing well, she's reshaping Indiana's entire offense. What's her secret weapon? Caitlin Clark's WNBA debut has been nothing short of spectacular. She's not just living up to the hype, she's redefining what's possible in the league. Clark has taken the reins of the Indiana Fever's offense and turned it into a powerhouse. How? By doing exactly what Kim Mulkey predicted, making everyone around her better. Let's talk numbers. Clark is leading the WNBA in assists, averaging 8.3 per game. That's not just good, that's elite for any player in the league. But it's not just about the stats, it's about the impact. The Fever have won 8 of their last 10 games and just secured their first playoff spot in almost a decade, and Clark's playmaking is a big reason why.
She knows how to lay it out on a dime. Her court vision is impeccable, and now her teammates are ready to catch the ball. They trust she's going to get it where it needs to be. But y'all, the favorite part of my game from Caitlin Clark is this behind-the-back pass. Come on now.
Come on.
I love it. I love it. And that wasn't just one time. She does that on a frequent and drops it right there. Perfect to Aaliyah Boston.
So let me just sprinkle in, because you mentioned AB. 2 of those highlights, I believe, were a Clark-Boston connection. Those 2 have been the second best scoring duo in the league behind Asia Wilson and Jackie Young.
Take Aaliyah Boston, for example. When she's on the court with Clark, her effective field goal percentage jumps by 12.5 points. That's a massive improvement. As of yesterday's game against Atlanta, Clark has dished out 90 assists to Boston alone during the season, the most between any 2 players in the WNBA. That's what you call chemistry. But here's where it gets really interesting. Clark's not just padding her assist numbers with easy passes. She's creating high-quality looks for her teammates. The Fever's offense has transformed with Clark at the helm. Every player on the court becomes a scoring threat because defenses can't focus solely on stopping Clark. Let's break it down. When Clark has the ball, defenses have to respect her scoring ability. She's a threat the moment she crosses half court with her insane shooting range. But the moment they commit to her, she's finding the open player. It's like she has eyes in the back of her head, and her teammates are thriving because of it.
Some good length on the perimeter on Caleb. That is a tough pass, and somehow she got it in.
Man, the pass.
Lexi Hull is a perfect example. When she dropped 22 points against the Seattle Storm, many of those buckets coming off Clark's assists. That's a career high for Hull. Clark's helping her teammates have standout performances. What's truly impressive is how quickly Clark has adapted to the pro game. Many struggle with the increased speed and physicality of the WNBA. Not Clark. She's playing like a seasoned veteran, reading defenses and making split-second decisions that leave opponents scrambling. But it's not just about the flashy plays. Clark's court vision and basketball IQ are off the charts. She's seeing opportunities that most players would miss. And she's doing it consistently, game after game. The Fever's style of play has completely changed with Clark running the show. They're more dynamic, more unpredictable. Opponents can't key in on one player because Clark might find the open shooter on the wing or hit a cutting teammate for an easy layup. It's basketball poetry in motion. Remember Kelsey Mitchell? She's been on a tear since the Olympic break. And guess what? Her shot quality increases whenever Clark is on the floor. In other words, the Clark effect is more than random hot shooting. She really is creating higher quality looks for teammates that are expected to go in more often. So, when Kim Mulkey called Clark a generational player, she wasn't exaggerating. Clark's not just putting up impressive numbers, she's elevating an entire franchise. The Fever went from a struggling team to a playoff contender, and Clark's playmaking is at the heart of that transformation. If you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, I'd like to ask you a small favor. Please take a second to like and subscribe. We know watching this video takes some of your time, and we appreciate you. Now back to the action.
And you can hear Kim Mulkey saying to Caitlin Clark, "You're a generational player."
Think Clark's transformation of the Fever is impressive. That's just the tip of the iceberg. She's not just elevating her team, she's lifting the entire WNBA to new heights. And it's happening faster than anyone could have predicted. The Clark effect isn't just a catchy phrase. It's a phenomenon that's reshaping the landscape of women's basketball. Let's talk numbers for a second. The Indiana Fever are leading the WNBA in average game attendance. That's right, a team that struggled to fill seats last season is now packing the house with attendance soaring almost 10 times. And it's not just in-person attendance that's soaring. Fever games are dominating TV viewership too. The one thing in common amongst most of the top-viewed WNBA games in 2024? 2 words: Caitlin Clark. The 2024 WNBA All-Star Game, featuring Clark, was the most viewed ever. We're talking record-breaking numbers here. It's clear that Clark isn't just a great player. She's a magnet the WNBA hasn't seen in years. She's drawing in new fans and reigniting the passion of longtime supporters. What's behind this surge? It's simple. People want to witness greatness. Clark's style of play is electrifying. She's not just scoring points. She's creating highlight reel moments every time she steps on the court. Her no-look passes, deep three-pointers, and clutch plays are the stuff of basketball legend. And fans can't get enough. But Clark's impact goes beyond just filling seats and boosting ratings. She's inspiring a whole new generation of players. Young athletes are watching Clark and seeing a different way to dominate the game. It's not just about scoring the most points, it's about making your team better.
Caitlin Clark is coming. Some people think she's already arrived. I don't. I think she's going to be even better.
Clark's emphasis on teamwork and facilitation is changing the way young players approach the game. We're seeing a shift in youth basketball, with more players focusing on developing their court vision and passing skills. It's like Clark is single-handedly reshaping the future of women's basketball. This is where Clark's leadership shines through. At just 22 years old, she's setting a new standard for what it means to be a leader in the WNBA. It's not about age or experience, it's about impact. Clark leads by example, pushing her teammates to be better every single day. What's truly remarkable is how quickly Clark has adapted to the pro game. Many struggle with the transition, but Clark's hit the ground running. She's proving that rookies can be immediate game changers, not just future stars. It's forcing coaches and GMs around the league to rethink their approach to young talent. The ripple effects of Clark's success are being felt across the WNBA. Other teams are looking at their rosters, wondering how they can find their own Caitlin Clark. It's raising the bar for everyone in the league. But here's the thing, Clark's journey has just begun. She hasn't even reached her prime. We're only scratching the surface of what she's capable of. As she continues to grow and adapt her game, the sky's the limit. The playoffs are just around the corner, and that's where legends are made. As the playoffs loom, a question hangs in the air. Can Clark's magic carry a young Fever team to championship glory? The pressure's on, but for this phenom, pressure's just another word for opportunity. The Indiana Fever are gearing up for their first playoff appearance since 2016, and all eyes are on Caitlin Clark. She's already rewritten the playbook, but now comes the real test. Can she lead this team to a deep playoff run? Let's talk about what makes Clark such a game changer in the postseason. Her experience in high-pressure college games, including 2 consecutive NCAA championship finals, gives her an edge that most players don't have. Remember the shot?
Martin looking. Here's Clark. She fires!
She's no stranger to the big stage, and that could be huge for the Fever. Think about it. Clark's ability to make clutch plays and elevate her teammates' performance is tailor-made for playoff basketball. When the game slows down and every possession counts, having a player who can create opportunities out of thin air is invaluable, and that's exactly what Clark brings to the table. The playoffs are all about adjustments. Teams will be throwing everything they've got at Clark, trying to slow her down. This is where we'll see if she can take her game to yet another level. Can she outsmart the defenses designed specifically to stop her? The Fever is proving to be a dark horse contender with Clark at the helm. They're not just happy to be there, they're a legitimate threat. Clark's unique skill set gives them an edge in potential matchups. Her long-range shooting stretches defenses to their breaking point, creating space for teammates to operate. And her pinpoint passing means any defensive lapses are instantly punished. Let's not forget about Clark's impact on her teammates. Players like Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell have thrived playing alongside her. In the pressure cooker of the playoffs, having a floor general who can keep everyone calm and get them easy looks is priceless. Clark's leadership could be the X factor that pushes the Fever past more experienced teams. As the stakes get higher, expect Clark to grow and adapt her game even further. She's shown an incredible ability to learn on the fly. Now, with the intensity cranked up to 11, we might see new facets of her game emerge. Maybe we'll see her become even more of a scoring threat, or perhaps she'll lock in on defense in ways we haven't seen before. The playoffs are where legends are born. Think of the great playoff performances in WNBA history: Lisa Leslie versus Lauren Jackson, Maya Moore's all-around dominance, Candace Parker's championship run. Could we be on the verge of adding Caitlin Clark's name to that list? One thing's for sure, Clark's journey is far from over. The playoffs could be where she truly cements her status as a generational talent. We've seen players make an impact in the postseason before, but rarely on the level that Clark seems poised to do. As we look ahead to the Fever's first playoff game, the anticipation is building. Will Clark rise to the occasion? Can she lead this young team on a Cinderella run? The beauty of sports is that anything can happen, especially when you have a player as special as Caitlin Clark on your side. Caitlin Clark's journey from college star to WNBA sensation has been nothing short of spectacular. She's not just living up to the hype, she's redefining it. The Indiana Fever have gone from league basement dweller to playoff contender, a testament to Clark's impact. But it's not just about wins. Clark's transforming how the game is played. Her ability to create high-quality scoring chances for teammates has made every player on the court a threat. The Clark effect is real, and it's changing the face of women's basketball. As we look to the future, one thing's clear: Clark is just getting started. She's setting a new standard for performance and reshaping what's possible in the WNBA. Keep your eyes on Clark. She's writing basketball history in real time, and we're all witnessing greatness. Let us know in the comments. Like and subscribe so you never miss out on the latest news. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.